the Thrustmaster Eswap Pro controller is the elite controller everyone's looking for? Let's find out. Come on. Yo, YouTube. Yeah, my name is Tevron American, and welcome to my review of the Thrustmaster Eswap Pro controller. I'm going to be giving you guys the pros, the neutrals, and the cons, and hopefully I can be able to give you a conclusion whether or not this is worth the price. So I've got it with me right now. I do apologize if I haven't done this review earlier on in the months, but I've spent a lot of hours towards this controller and I'm ready to give you guys my take towards this. So further ado, let's go. Let's start with the pros. So the first thing I love about this controller is the triggers and the bumpers. They're like they blew it out of the water with this. This has to be one of the best triggers I've ever used on any controller since birth. Like the triggers are ridiculous. They just feel so nice and satisfying. It's like the DualShock 4, but it has a bit more of a slightly a bit more resistance. So it just you can glide with your fingers with them. Like you can guide it, I should say, not glide, guide it when you're pushing it down a bit more. You feel like you're in control as well. And they've got software for this as well, where you can be able to adjust the dead zoning and the sensitivity towards the controller as well. It just feels nice. It just feels nice. The bumpers are very light and quick on the reaction as well. So it's gonna be nice for wave dashing if you have that preference. If you want to use the bumpers as the block or the flip stance, or if you want to use the triggers. Either one of them I've tried it. It's nice and crisp. Yeah, man, I love this, man. I love the triggers. This is the best thing about the controller, is the triggers. You're not gonna find anything better, in my opinion anyway. So the second thing I like about this controller is the shape of it. It is very, very convenient. If you're a person out there that plays on PlayStation, you're gonna get used to that very easily, because it's got that same type of handle, same type of adjustment when you're wrapping your hands around it. Small hands, medium hands, large hands like mine. It's gonna be nice and convenient for you. Xbox users, you've got that shape, you've got that bulkier shape at the bottom and the top as well. So you're gonna be familiar with that as well. So either communities, you're gonna easily get used to this controller. And you know what makes obviously this controller stand out as well is you can be able to change the stuff around as well to your preference and your taste. So yeah, man, I love the shape of it. They've played it very safe, and so you should be if you're doing stuff like this. The third thing I love about this controller is the comfort. It's very comfortable in the hand. I just love the side grips there. Like this is what I love about controllers, man. Like comfort. Comfort is a very important thing. If you haven't got comfort and you have everything else, it's still not going to be accessible. That's the most important thing. And they blew out the water with this as well. So I would say this is my second favorite thing about this controller, is the comfort. It's just nice to sit in your hand, big, large. You can just change it just like that. Just take them out. Just drop it in like this. I got the wrong damn one, of course. Like that, and just drop it in like that. No problem. Just start playing, doing your thing. And with that one as well. And the last thing I love about this controller is the sound quality. It's not no cheap knockoff input they've got inside the controller as well. It's up to standard. Not like the Power A Fusion, which is, the sound quality is bad, and I've had troubles speaking to people with the fight pad as well. It's a little bit muffled and low quality, whereas this one is just up to standard, high quality, as well as the Razer Rayon as well, just to let people know if they're watching this as well. So I'm going to talk about the neutrals towards the controller. So basically mixed thoughts. First things first is the buttons. The feel of the buttons. Let's start off with that, because there's another thing I want to talk about with the buttons. So we're going to talk about the feel of the buttons, the clicky, mousy feeling. It's not my thing. A lot of players out there would like it. Some people won't. It's going to be something different. So the next thing is the D-pad. Now listen, this is my opinion towards this. For 2D fighters, like you know, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, it just wasn't working for me. I'm having a ton of input errors because it's so sensitive, like around each corner. It's just very sensitive. It's trash, in my opinion. You're gonna have a lot of input errors. Now with Tekken, and don't take this with a grain of salt if you're watching this and you're a Tekken fan, I found out the movement is more adapted to this kind of D-pad. Like it's just, you know, when you're sidestepping and you're wave dashing. I'm not very good at wave dashing in Tekken. I'm good at wave dashing in Mortal Kombat, but not Tekken. For 3D games, I noticed when you're sidestepping and you're doing your movement and you're swaying, it just feels more fluid. It feels more clean. All right, I'm just gonna do a movement test with both of the D-pads. Just to, you know, get more of an idea of how it works with your sways and your dashes. So I just want to let you guys know I'm not a high level Tekken player or veteran, an Evo champion. I'm not about that life. I'm all about that 2D type of style fighting game. So yeah, man, further ado, I'm just gonna start off with this. And that's me trying too hard. Doesn't feel convenient at all. As you can see, I can sway back though. Side step. Sway back, sway forward. It's just old school, isn't it? I'm used to it. I'm in Tekken 3 days, so of course. Right, let's try this now. I was getting somewhere. Damn, see, Gigas his big ass body as well. Yeah. So. Definitely feels more fluent, more nice to the touch. Yeah. Jump back, jump forward, jump back, jump forward, down, down. Yeah, man. So if you're really dedicated to, you know, go that far and paying this price and getting the fighting pack and the D-pad, the fighting pack and the Thrustmaster, just consider this, man. I may be wrong, it may not be for you, but it's very sensitive, very low profile. But I would not use it as this. I would use, just gonna put it in first here. I would use this to merge with my combos, my strings, you know, my normals. Just use that for movement. Use that for wave dashing, sidestepping, swaying back, swaying forward. It works fluently for that, in my opinion anyway. Everything else is a no, bro. Don't use specials with it. Don't use it as a main thing. You can have it that way, or you want to use the, you know, the main, this D-pad over there. But as long as you're using these as your normals and your strings, and this is your movement. I know this is the main thing everyone's, you know, eyeing up, thinking, is this good? But that is the only useful thing. I've tried everything, guys. I've tried everything. I've tried using Alex from Street Fighter. Test with Alex. I'm just gonna curve the rim, try to do a power bomb. Then I'm just gonna try rest my thumb and do the same thing. So that's me just curling around the edge. Don't be too hefty as well when you're doing it. Just let it roll, don't press it. Just don't be too hefty. You're jumping back, jumping forward, jumping back. See, it's okay for me because I'm very experienced with D-pads and stuff like that, but you can get input errors if you're not precise with your movement. So I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh wow, this D-pad's amazing and stuff like that. You're gonna get mistakes. happening to you if you're not very precise with it. So that's me doing the slash. Me resting my thumb, I'm gonna do the same thing now. So I say I'm just curling it round and then pressing the jab. It's it's a disappointment for me because I'm more dedicated to 2D fighter games, but Tekken, you may have a little bit of luck with your movement with that game, but just listen to my advice. Use that for your movement, use that for your strings, and hopefully you can be able to get good results. Could get good results as well. Now the third neutral is the software. The software is a basic bitch. It is basic as hell. And this is a good thing and a bad thing in my opinion. Like, this is why I'm putting it in the mixed forts and neutrals. Simple means easy to own it. Like, you can easily, you know, get yourself the software, download the drivers. I'm just gonna play with some software. I'm just gonna try configure the wave dash, like, because the sensitivity of the triggers are a little bit too much. So, hey, so I can do it, but it's giving me a little bit of a trip. Right, so that's nice. That's nice. Say I'm screwing up a little bit. Alright, cool. So this is profile 1. We're gonna go customize this. It's a little bit too much on the sensitivity side. So, all right, yo. So we're just gonna adjust the sensitivity of the triggers. So it's got the software right here. So it doesn't like this. It does not like this D-pad right here. So you have to take this out. You can use the screwdriver, or you can just pull it out like that. See, now it works. It's weird, but yeah, it is what it is. So I was talking about the first profile, of course, triggers. So this is what we need to modify right here on the first profile. So what I'm saying is, I'd say around 20, 22. I'd say 22 is nice. It's not too sensitive. We've got to put that all the way down. No doubt. I think we're locked and loaded. Let's test this bitch. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. No messing around, no crazy tweaking. It's very easy, but it just feels limited compared to the competition where you can be able to have a little bit more options. It's just 2 profiles, trigger arrangement, and also, you know, the sensitivity of the triggers as well, and the analog sticks as well. Other than that, that's it. Like that's all you get with it. So I'm giving it as a mixed force because it's, you know, for people out there, if this is your, like, you're looking to get this and this is your first pro controller, you're gonna dive straight into there, man. You're gonna understand what to do and how to adjust the software on it as well. So mixed for on that. Like, I'm not hating, but yeah, they could have done a little bit more to the options, like put macro keys as well. The fourth one, which I've never had so many neutral thoughts towards a controller before, so it's new, is the D-pad. It's okay. It's nice and light and fluent. It feels exactly like the DualShock 4, but it has a little bit more of a clicky feel, and it has, you know, it's a little bit loose. It feels like something's glued underneath there, but it doesn't. It's very durable. It's weird, but it's not something that should put you off. It feels like the DualShock 4, slightly touch a little bit more motion, but it just feels cheap. It just feels cheap when you're using it. And the last neutral towards this is the swappables. So this is very, very easy to take out. no problem. Like, this is a good thing, isn't it? Like, you know, just wait before I say something here now, man. Like, yo, I know everyone's like, ah, but that's a good thing. Like, you take them out, no problem. Swap them wherever you want. They work perfectly as well. It's no biggie. That's cool. That's cool and all. Oh, and I just dropped whatever. But when you take these ones out, when you want to change these triggers, Jesus Christ, putting the screw back in and putting the shell on top of it is a nightmare. It takes time. It's not nice if you have big hands. If you have smaller hands than mine, you may get away with it. All right, yo, let's start with the cons. So, what I don't like about this controller is the fight pack. The fight pack is a rip-off, man. Like, yo, for what you're getting is an absolute rip-off. I don't get why this was 25 pounds toward $25. Why is it that much for these attachments? So you get this, you get the D-pad, you get the extra 2 buttons, which is the best thing about this, by the way. You get the soft touch right here, the triggers as well. Let me see if I can get those. You get the triggers, and you get some ugly ass stickers as well. Like, it is a rip-off for 25. I'm just gonna sit there here. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is trash. Don't ever put these ugly long ass things on the back of your triggers, man. You just ruin the experience completely. Don't do it to yourself. Don't ever make a mistake. If you was to get this 5-pack, get it because you're getting getting these 2 buttons here, and it just has that same feel, that same convenient feel. Get it because of that. And if you're playing Tekken and you want to invest on, you know, your movements and your sidestepping and stuff like that, get it for that kind of purpose and that curiosity. Don't get it for anything else. Like, yeah, the fight, it's a rip-off. It's a rip-off. I'm not gonna lie, it's a rip-off for what you get. Oh, I don't like the size of the buttons at all. The size of the buttons is just no, just don't do this. What, any company out there that's looking to make pro controllers in the future, whether it's Logitech, Mad Cats if they come back, KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever company that wants to make a pro controller, don't ever make small buttons like this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just make a nice, just keep it average size to the DualShock or the Xbox Elite or bigger. Either that size or bigger. Don't go any smaller than that. It just doesn't feel nice. You don't feel in control when you're pushing your inputs, because you don't have a lot of support around your fingers when you're pressing it. And the next thing I don't like about this controller is the back buttons here. What are you thinking, man? Why have you put them there though? Like, I don't get it. Like, why don't you just put them here? Why don't you just put them right here so people can access them nice and easily? Now watch how I'm trying to access them. So that's me accessing the back buttons now. Now look at me this side now. Like, watch. Oh, one was knocked it now. See? Look how awkward my hands are. Like, my hands are not proper sitting comfortably on the base of the pad, straining my wrist. Like, why did you do that? I don't get it. Like, why did you do that? The good thing is you can be able to turn it off at the back as well. There's got software you can be able to turn those off at the back, but yes, it's not clever. It wasn't clever putting them there, but that's just me. Like, I'm just keeping it real. So where's this endless ecosystem that you guys was talking about and hyping about in your trailer? Like, this controller's been out for about, you know, 3/4 of the year. Like, where is it? I say no more, man. Damn. Also, I've messaged Thrustmaster on Instagram just asking, will this be licensed on the PlayStation 5? I haven't received a response. They aired me, they blanked me. Yeah, this was 3 months ago as well. So, you know, they're continuing to hype the controller up, but they're not answering the important questions that, you know, consumers want to know, customers want to know as well. So we don't know if this is going to be future-proof for the PlayStation 5. And the last thing is the price. Why is it 150? Like, it's not wireless. It didn't come with the 5-pack. It's got limited software. It doesn't come with a case. Why does it cost 150? Well, pretty much I paid 170 something, didn't I? Like, it's 175 for the whole thing. Why does it cost that much? What makes it bring that value to the table? Apart from the swappables, which is tight, which is off the chain. Why does it cost 150? What makes it up there with the big boys? So the conclusion time, is it worth the price? Like, it's a good controller overall. It is a good controller. It is not terrible. It's very doable. You know, it's got a lot of good pros towards it and a fair amount of cons as well. And a lot of mixed thoughts. So it's all down to preferences. So it's worth it if you know what you're gonna do with this. So what do you guys think of the controller, man? Comment down below, man. Let me know your thoughts. Just let me know if you're getting this as well. And for the newcomers out there that's just seeing this video, make sure to drop a sub and a like, man. There's more videos to come your way. Guys, I enjoy doing this. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching.